Meanwhile, on Krakoa at the Quiet Council.
When the spring side arrives, our first topic should be the vacancies left by Jean and Apocalypse.
I know we have 2 empty positions, but it appears the spring side is missing the chair. Morning all.
Forgive our delay.
Yeah, what's new?
Have you begun tossing out new names? I have a few favorites.
Excuse me, Emma, but should the council not discuss what has happened to Sebastian? He looks like he was rode hard and put away wet.
Nope, unless you want to put it to a vote.
I would like to, yes. All right. I, Professor Xavier, yes. Magneto? Yes. Mr. Sinister? Oh, hell yes. Exodus? Oh, very well. Yes. Mystique?
No.
Storm? No. Nightcrawler?
Yes? No. No.
No.
We're deadlocked, it appears. Obviously, my body has been hurt, but my spirit has not dimmed. Fear not. In any state, I remain Krakoa's humble servant.
Emma, your goddamn lips are moving. We can see your lips moving.
Fuck. Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 160 of Comic Book Queer's Legacy. I am your host, Brett, and with me, as always, is Evil Jeff. Hi.
Hello.
So that was from Hellions. Oh my God. I'm sorry. All these books are so good. They're like blurring together. That was from Marauders, number 16 by Jerry Duggan and Stefano Caselli. And we're giving away our theory that was Emma Frost puppeting Sebastian Shaw at the end of the issue.
But we will get to X-Men stuff later.
We will.
Brett, because
but
something
first,
else happened.
Ow. Something so hot, like the hottest of our hot topics happened, right?
What are you gonna pick?
Oh!
Hot
Hot Topics, yeah. Let's talk about Disney Investor Day. Oh my God.
People, it's my boyfriend is in animation, and he's in a lot of like animation groups, and apparently this just got a lot of people are up in arms because it's a part where people are just like, people are getting mad that Disney has everything good. Yeah. And I think people are just like, they have everything. They're the only game in town. And at the same time, it's like, well, Warner Brothers, make a good DC movie. Come on. You can like
make a good DC movie.
If you want, get it together. But there's like, it's like, holy shit, we have Disney movies, we have Star Wars movies, we have MCU movies, we have MCU TV shows, we have FX TV shows. It's crazy. There's so much.
So much. Disney made a ton of announcements of what was coming up in the upcoming slate. I want to say like they pretty much just covered mostly 2021 and 2022, but with a few like far out there announcements.
Yes.
And I want to talk about like pretty much all of them. I'm not a big Pixar Disney animation guy, so I just wanted to see if there was anything you wanted to talk about there.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, there's a few things. But
let's just get it out of the way.
Let's start with the one I don't give a shit about, which is Lucasfilms.
Okay. So you want me to just run down the list and then we can comment on...
Yes, and I will give you my problems with almost all of them.
Okay. So I'm just going to do the list real quick. We've got Andor, a Rogue One spinoff starring Diego Luna, his character from Rogue One. We've got what I cannot believe.
Wait, are we not talking about them one by one?
I said I was going to go down the whole list.
Oh, okay.
All right,
sorry.
Let's start this whole segment over.
Okay, go ahead.
We've got Andor, a Rogue One spinoff starring Diego Luna as that character from Rogue One. We've got, I cannot believe it, Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor in a show called Obi-Wan Kenobi, an animated series called The Bad Batch, a series of anime shorts called Star Wars Visions, something called A Droid Story, a Lando Calrissian spinoff, maybe Donald Glover, we don't know, something called The Acolyte, which is a mystery thriller by the person that created Russian Doll. We've got a Patty Jenkins movie coming out called Rogue Squadron. Wasn't that a video game? And then outside of Star Wars, still Lucasfilm, we've got Willow and Indiana Jones 5. Evil Jeff, what are your thoughts?
Okay. I have said this before. I hate a prequel. I have no investment. I've never seen Better Call Saul. I have no investment in watching a series when I know what happens. You want me to watch a movie with Diego Luna when I know he's dead? Then I already know he blows up? I don't care. He blows up. Why should I give a shit? Am I gonna am I gonna be really excited? Oh, there's an action scene. Is he gonna make it? Yeah, because he hasn't blown up yet. I hate it. So, and then we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, another prequel. We have Lando, another prequel. So the only ones I'm interested in is Bad Batch, the Star Wars Visions, the Droid Story, and Rogue Squadron. Maybe the Acolyte, because they seem like those are not prequels, right?
Yeah.
The prequels, fuck the prequels.
Yeah,
I don't care
agree.
about the prequels.
I agree. When you ultimately know how it's going to end, you kind of don't care a little bit.
And are
I'm
we
sure there are
supposed to
people
think
who
Hayden
love them.
Christensen can act all of a sudden?
I almost wanted to do an opening scene of Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader.
Oh my god.
Because he's awful, but
yeah.
But I'll watch it. Ewan McGregor's great. And maybe they're... Oh, and I'm sorry, Osaka. We forgot Osaka. Osaka, starring Rosario Dawson.
Yes. Well, I still need to watch Mandalorian, so I'm not invested in that either yet. But I'm sure I will be when I see her as that.
If Osaka's story takes place after Return of the Jedi, but before The Force Awakens, like Mandalorian does, would you consider that a prequel?
No,
right? Because
she's
you don't
never
see her
mentioned.
character.
I mean, she's never mentioned, so we don't know what happened to her.
Yeah, she could still be alive.
I mean, technically, they're like, there's no more Jedi. So, I mean, I'm assuming she's either lost or dead. But we don't know. So I'm fine with that because it's not like because we don't know. I'm totally fine with that.
Great. Can we talk about Hulu and FX?
Sure.
Okay. Two things I want to talk about on Hulu. One is 9 Perfect Strangers from David E. Kelly, who did The Undoing, starring Nicole Kidman, Melissa McCarthy, and Regina Hall. Like, what are you doing to me? And
did they
it's
have
about
a trailer for that?
No.
Okay.
But it's a book. It's a popular book. So it's about city dwellers who go to some sort of like health and wellness retreat.
And then is it like a horror?
No, I think it's like funny.
Oh.
It's not like
great.
The Undoing. I think I love Regina Hall more than anyone. She's my favorite actress because she can do slapstick funny comedy or she can do serious leading lady.
Yeah, but I mean, I love all of them. I love me some Nicole Kidman. I love me some Melissa McCarthy.
She's
so
been so
all of them
great
together.
Lately. Oh yes. Mm-hmm. But the other one, and you may not be with me on this journey, so I am obsessed with the story of Elizabeth Holmes of Theranos, the woman who the $1 billion blood testing, disease testing company that turned out to be fake.
Yes.
Did you watch the documentary about her?
No, but I've seen clips of just how she talks, so she's already fucking creepy as fuck.
That deep voice, which is fake.
It's not how she really talked. Like she literally was wearing turtlenecks because
of Steve Jobs.
Like she's a full-on psychopath.
So Kate McKinnon is playing her. That's amazing.
We shall see.
Perfect.
Is it a comedy or is it a drama?
It's a drama.
See, that's my thing is Kate McKinnon has trouble in dramas. And not even necessarily, like, did you watch the Yesterday movie?
No. Oh, no.
It was just one of those things where, like, everyone's acting normally and she's playing, like, Cruella de Vil. like a Cruella de Vil. Like she just was like playing like a Saturday Night Live character. Like she was just too broad. And so I'm just worried she's going to be doing an SNL character in a serious movie. So I have
interesting. I can see that.
I have reservations of how good she's going to be. But you know, I'm down for it.
Let's talk about FX. Something I know you're very excited about is the American Horror Story spinoff, American Horror Stories.
What the fuck is that?
I think it is.
Like, what does that mean? Aren't they all just spinoffs?
I think they're not all spinoffs. It's an anthology.
But they all take place in the same world.
In the same universe, sure. I think this is one-off stories. I think each episode is a different tale.
Oh. About things that have already happened, of characters that are already there, or just like...
No, I think it's just all new. I think it's just like new creators.
Okay, and here I'm just going to say how just anything Ryan Murphy touches turns to garbage. Have you seen The Prom yet on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
Garbage. First, James Corden
Is it really?
playing a gay person. Why? Why?
I heard that was insulting.
It's insulting because he's just like, oh, girlfriend, yes. And you're just like, it's like Eric Stone Street painful. And it was just bad. And I was just like, this was a Broadway show. I'm sure this was good. And I honestly felt the reason it was bad is because the directing was terrible.
Because of Ryan Murphy.
Which is Ryan Murphy. So I don't trust this American Horror Stories at all. I don't.
Yeah. I think it's like one of those things where he's producing it, but he's not like touching it. He's not creating
then maybe there's
the
some
content.
Hope. But besides these other FX series, that's what I'm here for.
So we've got Y the Last Man. Let me just say that again. Y the Last Man.
I mean, bitches, I have been waiting for over a decade for this to be made. This was at the time, this came out in like 2007, 2008, around then.
Yeah. Yep.
It was my favorite comic at the time.
Amazing.
I bought the entire omnibus of it. My boyfriend at the time borrowed it and lost them.
Fuck. Oh my God. Why the last boyfriend? Are you such an asshole?
I know, right? Because I was like, after we broke up, I'm like, can we have him back? Can I have those back? And he's like, I can't find it. He did still live with his family, and the whole family were like hoarders. I like went to their house once, and there was just like shit everywhere. So I'm sure it's like under a dead body or something.
Oh, great. You know, a long time ago, there was a casting announcement that Yorick had been cast. I would assume it's the same actor. But this was like a year or two ago they announced this casting. And it's Barry Keoghan, an Irish actor. The only thing I can reference him from was Dunkirk. If you've ever seen the Christopher Nolan movie Dunkirk.
I did not.
He's in Dunkirk with Harry Styles.
Okay. Harry Styles was in Dunkirk?
Oh, yeah. He's like one of the leads.
Oh, wow.
Dunkirk
I just knew,
is
what's
good.
His name? Spider-Man. Middle Spider-Man is in it. Andrew Garfield.
He is?
I just call him Andrew Spider. Isn't he? Isn't he in Dunkirk?
If he is, he's got like a cameo. I don't remember. He might be.
I don't remember. All of those white boys look the same to me.
Seriously. Right, Ryan Murphy? And... But last but not least, I think the one I'm most excited for, more excited than even Why the Last Man, an Alien series by Noah Hawley, creator of Legion.
I will say,
stop.
I love Noah Hawley and I love everything he does, but I'm not a huge post-Aliens. Anything after the second Aliens movie.
Like Alien 3 and Resurrection.
And the whole, what was it, Prometheus?
Yes. Although when I watched that, my expectations were so low because everyone trashed it. And I was like, this is pretty good. What is everyone freaking out about?
But my thing is, if he's just like, oh, this is in the Prometheus world, then I'm going to be like, oh, this is going to be a hard pill to swallow. But I'm excited to hear like, what is the premise? I'm excited to hear what his premise will be.
What is the premise, Noah?
Yeah. Give me some Sigourney Weaver. If you're just like starring Sigourney Weaver, like
if it's Sig Weave,
will explode into cum.
Me too. I forgot that she's in Cabin in the Woods at the end.
Oh yeah.
And I was like watching it I was like, oh yeah. So great. All right, then we've got a bunch of Disney films. Like I remember when this shit was called Buena Vista Pictures. Like these are just your regular movies, right?
Yeah.
your big businesses of the world, if you will.
And if we look, all of the things they released, not a single thing they released is original.
Is new.
And I will say, but maybe they're just not. I mean, there's very few things. I would just say The Dropout, Nine Perfect Strangers. I guess. I mean, that's the. I mean, even things that aren't new, like they're based on books. Like
based on something.
There is nothing fully original at all coming out of Disney.
Correct.
I'm not complaining because I want to see most of it, but I guess it is like that's where we are in the world.
Yeah.
But it's like that's not their job. It's the smaller people. They're the ones that make the original stuff.
Yeah. And then Disney redoes it bigger and gets credit for it.
Yeah, exactly. But let's look. They're finally doing the Hocus Pocus sequel.
Fun. Do you think it'll be our three ladies again?
I mean, unless it's it's either going to be a complete reboot or it's going to star those three. I know people have just been dying for so long to have those three come back. I feel like it would be a stab in the heart. And I will say Disney does do a lot of fan service, so I would be very surprised if they don't bring back Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
And Kathy Najimy.
Who looks great these days.
Oh, is she thin?
By the way. Yeah, she's in Veep.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
She played Matt Walsh's wife.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Then there's Three Men and a Baby with Zac Efron.
Speaking of looking great.
And I want this to be like a musical. Like, good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go.
And then like imaginary, like big musical number, like through the baby's point of view. Let's do it.
Loved Three Men and a Baby.
It's original. So good.
But here's also why. Is because, okay, who did start in the original?
Ted Danson.
Yes.
Tom Selleck.
Yes.
And Steve Guttenberg.
Now, guess who I wanted as... How old were we when that came out? We were like 10 or something? My burgeoning, like, gayness, I wanted to be railed by one of these actors.
I guarantee you I know which one.
Which one?
Steve Guttenberg.
Steve Guttenberg. Ever since the Police Academy movies, I wanted him so bad. And he was recently on, Last Week Tonight?
Oh, yeah?
Like he had like a little cameo. And I was like, oh, I'd still hit it. You look great. I wanted me some... I was like, I want to be raised by the three men, and then they molested me.
He had a sick bod. What was what's the movie? Is it Cocoon, where he has like weird alien sex in the pool?
Oh yeah.
I remember him having no shirt on and being like, I think his body.
Steve Guttenberg. I want you to Gutenberg. Come on. But so Zac Efron with Three Men and a Baby, I think that sounds great. I can't wait to see
who would you throw out. Who else would you throw in there with Zac Efron?
I think it should be a diverse cast. So let's have like Simu Liu.
I was going to go Stephen Young.
Who?
Stephen Young, Glenn from The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would work too. And then we would need an up-and-coming amazing black actor.
Jonathan Majors.
Yes, do it. I think that would be great.
I love it.
I'm totally down. That's the type of movie where I'm like, if it's like, oh, what are we going to watch tonight? Oh, Three Men and a Baby came out. I'm going to watch that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's
totally.
Just like, it's like eating like a warm
soup. Three Men and a Baby and noodles.
We got The Little Mermaid.
Yes. With that cast announced.
Who is there anyone famous in it? I didn't look.
No, but it's a very diverse cast, which is great. We have an Ariel of color, which we love.
They already released the Ariel of color, and everybody decided to freak out. Where people were literally freak out. Like, mermaids can't be black, and I was like,
great.
Mermaids can't be. So
yeah,
they're
mermaids
not real.
Can't be a lot of things.
Let's just.
They can't be white either.
So let's calm the fuck down.
What dumb people.
Speaking of this diversity casting, I recently watched what's the Charles Dickens novel?
Great Expectations?
No, the one with the little kid who grows up. He's
like, Oliver Twist?
No, the other one. can't I think of his name?
All right. They're all about orphans that grow up.
But
much.
Anyway, it's a fully like colorblind.
Nicholas Nickleby?
No.
All right. I'm out of guesses.
Anyway, but it was completely colorblind casting where it would be like a white kid and his parents were Asian and black. Like it was full on like, hey, you know what? Just go with this. Like, who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
Like, who gives a shit? Because I think it does come to the point where it's like, hey, if we want to start telling like period pieces, then we suddenly have to only hire white people. Like, we're over that.
Oh, someone very close to me got so mad about there being a black Hermione on Broadway in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I was like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Why?
It just isn't supposed to. Oh, really?
Because they want to picture the movie Hermione, or like.
Stop it! Why do people get so hung up about that? Okay. Enough. Sister Act 3. They've cast a white woman. No, then I would freak out. No, Whoopi's back.
Oh, David Copperfield. Sorry, if finally my brain.
David Copperfield.
That's the movie I'm talking about. Watch it. It's actually very good. I think it's on Amazon or Netflix or something. It's good.
I love his magic.
Not that one. But Sister Act 3, Kick in the Habit.
Do you think Lauryn Hill will be in it?
Fuck no.
I die.
She's full on Looney Tunes now.
Can I tell you a story? I saw Lauryn Hill right before I left Chicago.
Yeah.
I went to Pitchfork and saw Lauryn Hill. And she did pretty much the entire miseducation of Lauryn Hill, but rearranged. So you couldn't sing along. Like, it wasn't the versions of the songs you knew.
So this was just a couple of years ago?
Yeah, this was like a few years ago.
Was it good?
I mean, it was fantastic because it was iconic, but at the same time, it sucked because you're like, this isn't how X Factor goes.
She's like, that thing.
Right.
That thing. No, bitch. Sing it the way you say it. That is such a great album.
Yeah,
iconic.
It really is.
Sister Act 3, I'm just thinking it's going to be called Kick in the Habit.
Kick in the Habit. I think it's going to be called None of Your Business. N-U-N.
Whatever. I could give a shit. I didn't like the second Sister Act.
It was horrible. Lauryn Hill was terrible.
Yeah. And now we are on to.
I skipped 2 things. So there's Pinocchio.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Well, you know how I feel about a Robert Zemeckis, like, special effects monstrosity. I hate them.
How do you feel about that?
Like Robert Zemeckis, he did the Witches.
Sure. Oh, the new Witches.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. He is so engrossed with special effects now, he has lost all ability of telling a story. So this Pinocchio by Robert Zemeckis will be a horrible piece of garbage. Plus, I didn't like the Disney Pinocchio. I'm sorry if I'm like, I don't know if that's like a bad thing to say, but that is a creepy story. It's creepy.
Oh, yeah. I don't like it.
He gets swallowed by a whale. There's like these weird, they get turned into donkeys. There's weird cat drug dealers. I don't know what the fuck. It's creepy. I don't like it.
Not to mention his nose boners from lying.
Nose boners, and those nose boners, just so the Geppetto, he's like, I want to make a little boy so I can have his nose grow and stick it up my butt.
I want to make a little boy.
Yeah, it's fucking creepy. And you know in the original story of it, Jiminy Cricket dies right in the beginning. Pinocchio just kills him immediately.
Do that.
Yeah. Fuck that. Fuck you, Robert
What's that?
Zemeckis.
I can't get that itchy and scratchy out of my head. Now you be good, Pinocchio, and don't lie.
And then there's
and
Chip
then we've got
Dale
the thing I'm most excited for.
with Andy Samberg and John Mulaney. The group.
Yes.
But then I'm just like, are their voices going to be sped up?
Or is this like live action?
That's the thing. Have you seen that there's a Tom and Jerry live action?
No, what?
With Chloe, what's her name from Kick-Ass?
Chloe Grace Minez?
Yeah.
Mintz?
Yeah, it's like Tom and Jerry are in a hotel, and she's like so it's all live action.
Are they CGI?
Except Tom and Jerry. No, are full on cartoons.
Oh, they're like full on cartoons.
But then everything else is live action. I'm like, oh, just make it a cartoon.
Ugh.
Anyway, Chip and Dale. That's when I need to see a fucking trailer to see. You know, I loved Alvin and the Chipmunks, but when I saw the trailer for the movie, I was like, no. Like, the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie is one of the best animated movies ever made.
Oh God, the best songs.
Yeah, where they were on a diamond heist with hot air balloons.
Diamond dolls.
Yeah. Where the girls with the diamond dolls.
Ooh.
This is great. I need to rewatch that. Actually, I'm going to watch that today.
Oh, fun.
So now
So before we get into Marvel,
okay.
I just anything you want to talk about on the whole world of Disney animation and Pixar that I tend to avoid?
Like what? I thought we did.
Like Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear?
Wait, what?
Okay.
I missed
that. I didn't include it on my list. Yeah. They're doing a ton of like animated movies too. One of them is that there's going to be a series called Buzz Lightyear, a series called Lightyear. It is basically like the cartoon show about the action figure. Chris Evans?
So they fired Tim Allen because he's a Trump supporter?
Oh, no, because he's old and stupid.
But it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
It's his voice.
Oh, I'm sorry. That made me realize. Yeah, so I guess they did. Hey, going back to Star Wars, I forgot to mention Rangers of the New Republic, also a show. And that, you don't watch Mandalorian, but that is based on what Gina Carano's character is doing on The Mandalorian. She's one of the Rangers of the New Republic. And I think that was supposed to be like her show, but there has been no mention of her being attached to it.
What a fucking idiot.
Right. Enjoy Parler.
I know. I hope that it was worth it.
Hope it was worth it. Hope those conspiracy theories are worth it.
I mean, but that's the thing. At this point, it's just like we literally half the country is in a deluded cult. So, I mean, good luck. Good luck to us.
Good luck to us all.
If you are listening from another country, please pray for us. Because half the world...
Or don't.
Half of our country is Looney Tunes right now.
All right. Let's move on to Marvel. Because they dropped a big dump. Speaking of the election.
Yeah. We want to start with the TV stuff first?
Let's start with the trailers they dropped.
Okay. Did
you watch them?
Yeah, I did see WandaVision, Falcon, Loki, and What If. I did watch those.
I think I've watched the WandaVision trailer maybe 8 times, and I keep pausing and yelling at my husband, look!
It's everything that I thought it would be, where they're like trapped in this world and they're slowly realizing like, uh-oh, we need to get out of this.
One of my favorite.
Like one of the parts where you see Monica Rambeau come in and she's like, wait, who are you? And then she's like, I don't know. And you're like, ah!
And then where Wanda's in her black and white world and there's somebody coming through a radio going, Wanda, can you hear me? Who's doing this to you?
Yes.
That is one of my favorite things in fiction is like when you've got a utopian kind of Pleasantville world and the smiles are stretched a little too tightly and you know that there is something heinous lurking on the outside, slowly creeping in. That's what WandaVision looks like.
WandaVision will be so good.
Here for it. And I just watched Bad Moms Christmas.
Oh, that is not that good.
But Catherine Hahn is that
Catherine
good.
Hahn is great.
Yeah.
Although her and I will say the mother choices were weird in that movie.
Yeah,
for all of them.
Susan Sarandon so much for all of them. Cheryl Hine, like you can't.
She wasn't
you can't
old
be
enough.
in a feature film, and you're not old enough.
Like there was very strange choices. But anyway, Catherine Hahn is pure brilliance, and I hope that I mean, it's weird where I'm like, she's one of those people where it's like, she's always working. She's starred like in I Love Dick. Like she's starred in her own shows. But she's never like nominated for anything where I'm like, she needs to be recognized for how fucking brilliant she is.
Brilliant. And here she gets to do, she's got to be. And she gets to do this like ham-fisted sitcom acting, which by the way, it looks like Paul Bettany and Elizabeth Olsen, they look like they're having a lot of fun. Like their sitcom hamminess, it already from the trailer feels like really effective and just really good, really well done.
Yeah. Did you watch Paul Bettany in that gay Amazon show?
And Uncle Frank? No, not yet.
It's not that good. Anyway.
Yeah, okay.
Just threw that out there. And so WandaVision looks amazing.
Amazing. I cannot wait. January 15th.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This just looks like Captain America 3, the TV show.
Which I love. I love the
course,
Captain America corner. It's my favorite corner of the MCU. I'm so excited. It's great to see Daniel Bruhl as Baron Zemo coming back. Mm-hmm. It's great to see Sebastian Stan looking so damn good.
Yeah, I have nothing to fault for it.
Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan's banter looks incredible. Anthony Mackie, like, he's going to be such a great Cap. You could just tell. Oh, I can't wait. March 19th.
Then in May, we have Loki.
Wild.
Which looks
This was the most head scratchy. Yeah.
I was kind of like, I do not get what's happening, but I'm here for all of it.
One thing that caught my eye was Owen Wilson as a representative of some sort of weird agency that Loki winds up in. So it takes place right after his Endgame scene, where in the 2012 timeline, Loki grabs the Tesseract and disappears.
And that's what I'm wondering, do you think it's kind of like Exiles, where it's like, oh, you're out of the main time stream, and they're the people that kind of fix it, and they're like, you're not supposed to be here? I have a feeling that, and then it's kind of like, maybe that's his new thing of like, this whole thing takes place in other dimensions, other worlds, other times, like he's traveling throughout all of it.
Yeah, because you see a decimated New York City, because you see an Avengers Tower that has like fallen to rumble.
And that's where I was like watching it with my boyfriend. I'm like, is this in the future? Is this in the past? Is he in another dimension? I was like, I think it's all of those
all
things.
Of it. I think that's why the title card, the title treatment is all those letters becoming different versions, like different L's, different O's, different K's, different I's. I think it's indicative of the different realities that we'll see. So this could tie into the multiverse also, as does WandaVision, Spider-Man 3, and Doctor Strange, and the Multiverse of Madness, and even What If.
What If? The animation looks so cool.
So good.
And the fact that it's the real voices of all of the of all the people.
Yes. I want to know who does the Watcher voice.
You couldn't recognize it?
Oh, no. I'm so bad at that.
You don't know who it is?
No, who is it?
Stevie Nicks. No, I don't know. I don't know who it is. I don't know.
But the animation looks incredible.
Yeah.
First episode's going to be What If Peggy Carter becomes Captain America? Love that. It all looks really good.
Know what I wish the last episode of What If is?
What?
What if we had the X-Men the entire time?
Oof. Hey, I'm telling you.
And there's just like an episode of like, this is what we would have done. If Fox didn't have the fucking X-Men.
Woof.
Let's get to some movies.
Let's do that. Some feature film stuff. Announcements. Things like that.
Black Widow is finally going to drop in May.
May 7th.
A year after it was supposed to drop. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So we get that. Oh, by the way, there is a shot in the Loki trailer of what looks to be Black Widow on Vormir, although we see her from the back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I think it's a fake out.
Okay.
Shang-Chi, July 9th, and they showed that full cast.
I'm so excited for that. And I'm also excited. He just wrapped the newest season of Kim's Convenience. So he's not, I was like, oh, are they going to write him off the show? Because I love that show too. No, he's still doing both. Yay.
Yay. He can do it. What a superstar. Then we got Doctor Strange, March 25th.
Guess what pisses me off about that one, though? The 2022. What? That is too far away.
I know. But we did get confirmation that Xochitl Gomez is playing America Chavez.
Yeah, I'm super excited for that.
Yep. Big announcements about Captain Marvel 2 happening November 11th, 2022.
There are still things coming around that they're going to replace Brie Larson.
No, there are not.
No. But I was like looking, there's things on YouTube, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, what are these based on? And I was like, oh, these are just based on fucking incels that just hate her. And they're trying to spread fake news that she's going to be fired. Because the more I tried to look and like, what is this based off? It's literally just be like, look, she like everyone hates her, and like so it's clear Disney knows that they can't. She's a liability, and I'm like, what is it? This is based on nothing except insanity.
Yeah,
but we got
true insanity.
But showing up will be Monica Rambeau, who will be in WandaVision, and Ms. Marvel, who later on we saw Ms. Marvel is going to have her own show in 2021.
Right. Yeah, so
and her show will come out before Captain Marvel too. So I'm wondering if Captain Marvel will be in the Ms. She'll have to be in the Ms. Marvel TV show.
Maybe.
She has to be.
What fun.
Then we have Christian Bale.
He's going to be playing Gore the God Butcher in Thor: Love and Thunder. How about that?
I mean,
Christian... I'm mad.
Are you mad?
Because I wanted him playing Dario Agger from Roxanne, who turns into the Minotaur.
Oh, okay. My problem with Christian Bale is I'd be interested to see how he handles Taika Waititi like style of comedy action, because he's so like method. We all remember that time where he was screaming at like the crew because he was messing up his acting. I really hated him for a while after that. I was like, what a fucking douchebag.
Yeah, true, but we weren't there. If I'm trying to do something and somebody's acting a fool and doing something that is like highly fucking annoying, and I'm trying to do my thing, I would pop off as well.
But that way pop off where it was like long and drawn out just to humiliate someone.
Yeah, true.
Like
true,
that's
true.
like that's the thing where it's like you pull him aside, or you're just like, hey, he needs to stop this. Like it's just too much. Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's going to be an amazing movie. We got Mahershala Ali as Blade.
Confirmed. So, Blade's coming soon.
Parker Posey's going to come back as her character in Blade 3. I don't know if that's
actually,
I want it to be.
Actually, no. She's going to come back as her character in Scream 3, but she's a vampire now.
Oh my God. Did you hear Trixie Mattel, who I edit for, told me that the original ending of Scream 3, there was a post scene where she's in a hospital and she didn't die.
Oh.
And then they just took it out. How dare they? I was very mad when Parker Posey died in Scream 3.
Yeah, me too. She was supposed to be the killer in Stab 3.
Ugh.
And then we got a title for Ant-Man 3, and it's not the title that you and I wanted.
It's not the title that anyone would want.
Quantumania is the title of Ant-Man 3.
They might as well have called it Ant-Man Electric Boogaloo. Like Quantum Boogaloo.
Yeah.
This is awful. Quantumania?
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
But, we wanted Ant-Man and the Young Avengers. However, we've got confirmation of America Chavez. We've got butterflies floating above a baby crib in WandaVision. So that's Billy.
Yeah.
We've got potentially Elijah and Bradley in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Like, Young Avengers. Yeah, then there's
Stature,
happening.
Cassie Lang. We got Kang, Young Iron
that's
Lad.
The big news.
And then we also Ms. Marvel. They'll probably throw Ms. Marvel.
Oh, for sure.
In there as well.
For sure. And Cassie Lang, they've casted a new actress. It is not the actress that played her in Endgame. In Quantumania, it will be Catherine Newton, star of our new favorite movie, Freaky.
There you go. I wonder if they'll keep her blonde.
We know good.
Will they keep her blonde? Because Stature was blonde?
Okay. Yeah. And then I think the big two announcements. Number one, I'll start with Black Panther 2.
Black Panther 2, where they just had to throw the second script they was out after the girl went anti-vaxxer.
Yeah, but they said they will not be replacing Chadwick Boseman as... Maybe they said as T'Challa.
Yeah. But that means there's going to be a new Black Panther, and I was assuming it would be his sister, but then she went all crazy. So now they're like, fuck.
What if they do a thing where he his helmet gets stuck and he's just always got his mask on?
I don't know. Then someone has to imitate his voice.
That would be terrible. Or they just piece it together like they did for
I don't know. That seems more
in
offensive
South Park.
to me.
No, it's terrible. I know. There's no good way out of this one.
Yeah.
Through this one. And then they finally did it. Marvel Studios announced Fantastic Four. And I say fantastic. Directed by Ryan Watts, who directed Spider-Man Far From Home.
That's going to be so much fun. Finally, a Fantastic
So
Four
much
that
fun.
won't be a flop.
Who do you want as your Fantastic Four?
Oh my God. I think I already, didn't we say we wanted Emily Blunt and John Krasinski?
We did, and then we also said we want Schiti and Eleanor from The Good Place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that. Yes. I love that too.
Yeah, so great. Johnny Storm, give me the new Zach Morris from the new Saved by the Bell. Thank you so much.
Be great.
Yes. And then Thing, I don't care.
Thing, who gives a shit? You're CGI.
Anyone except Jamie Bell.
But Jamie
incredible.
Bell?
Jamie Bell was the Thing in that last Fantastic Four.
Jamie Bell, Billy Elliot?
Billy Elliot.
Oh, I see. I did not see any of that. I love how everyone got really mad that Johnny Storm was black in that one.
Oh, I know.
Everyone was like, but his sister's white. And you're like,
oh, shut it.
Yeah, things
I
happen.
saw an interview. I saw an interview with them where this like real out of his element, like way in over his head reporter like broached the subject, and the actors just
We're like, oh,
pounced.
fuck no.
Yeah. They were like, shut the fuck up, dude. It was great. Oh my God. And then a ton of Disney Plus TV shows were announced.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ms. Marvel, starring Iman Vellani, late 2021.
We got Hawkeye with Haley Steinfeld.
Kate Bishop, we saw her costume.
Kate Bishop, another future Young Avenger.
Oh, there you go. Hello.
We got She-Hulk with
Tatiana.
The Liar. What a fucking liar. I'm
all
not
do that.
She-Hulk. Fuck you, bitch. Oh, and now you are? You fucking cunt. I
did
can't
the
hate her.
same thing.
She's a fan of the show that I edit, so I can't be mad at her.
Oh, okay. But they did announce that Tim Roth will be reprising his role as Abomination in She-Hulk. That's pretty dope.
It's also She-Hulk. There's so many different ways you can go with this.
Yeah.
I'm
I
also
want to
like
see some fourth wall breaking, like in that John
exactly.
Byrne.
That's what I'm wondering, if they're going to do the fourth wall breaking. But it's also, is this going to be an origin story? Will we see her turning into it? Will it just pick up where she's already green and big? Because it seems like it's going to be like Ally McBeal, but with you're a green superhero.
Yeah. I think we're going to see it happen.
Because I think they're leaning into the law aspect, like the lawyer stuff.
Yeah. I think we're going to see her become She-Hulk because Mark Ruffalo is in it. So I'd have to think we're going to see him visiting his cousin. She needs a blood transfusion.
Then we got
That's how that went down.
Then we got Moon Knight, which just sounds like it's going to be Legion.
Yeah.
They're just like multiple personality disorder Moon Knight. And then we have Secret Invasion.
This is where I fell to the floor. I fell
So this is going to be its own television show?
It's going to be its own television show with Nick Fury, Samuel L. Jackson, and with Ben Mendelsohn, who played Talos in Captain Marvel. I cannot fucking wait. This is what I think. Like, what movie was the end where Nick Fury was on a ship? Was that Endgame? No,
Spider-Man.
Captain Marvel.
Spider-Man.
It was Spider-Man. Yeah. It's going to be like that crew.
Yeah. But that's the other thing, is that means this is going to be something headed up by S.W.O.R.D. So do you think Agents of S.W.O.R.D. that this has a chance of any potential crossovers?
Please don't do that to me. Don't do that.
Don't you think that would make sense, though?
If Fitz and Simmons are fucking in Secret Invasion, I mean, forget it. Like, what? What do I do with myself?
It's like, I'm sorry. We have to cancel the podcast. Brett died. His head exploded.
Brett's floating in the sky. He can't come down. I'm so excited that they're doing this. I saw this logo and I screamed.
Then there's some more boring ones. Ironheart, I could never get into the comics, so...
Yeah, but casting Dominique Thorne is going to play Riri Williams. And then we've got, this is the Iron Man corner of the universe. We've got Armor Wars is going to be Don Cheadle's show.
Shit.
Yeah. And then we've got in the Guardians corner, we've got an animated shorts called I Am Groot, or animated series. And then this is another one I screamed about. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
What?
I can't wait. It's definitely going to be in the vein of the Star Wars Christmas special from the early 80s or the late 70s, which, thank you.
Could they do a holographic, like, B. Arthur?
Yes, they will.
Oh, my God.
Betty White?
But just can you imagine being like, this is one company.
What a day. The world changed.
During the pandemic. I mean, maybe there is a problem with monopolies in America.
I'm fine with it.
But you know what? But I still want to watch all of these things.
Me too.
I realize that's the problem is I am contributing to the downfall of society. An Amazon Fresh store opened up across the street from me. The ones where you don't need to...
Don't you do it.
You just have to go in and just grab the stuff like you don't... There's no checkout.
Don't you do it.
But it's like, oh, there's a store where you literally can walk in and take stuff and leave and don't have to go to checkout. But don't do it because of Amazon. Is bad.
No, I know.
But so I've succumbed. I have succumbed. Well, I've made my boyfriend succumb because I don't go out into I haven't been to a grocery store since March.
Oh, wow.
Instacart, everybody. Anyway.
Oh.
That's a lot of shit.
So that was it.
Went
that was the big dump. That was the big load.
Ooh, oh my God. I haven't had a load that big in me since... anyway, let's move on.
Oh. Okay. So that's it for the Disney Plus or Disney Investor Day section. We've got another segment that we love to call I Want Your Ex, right?
I think so. Isn't that what we call it?
Is that what the music says?
I don't know. Let's listen to it. Hit it.
I want your ex.
Oh, it is. And the reason we call it that is because this is our segment on the X-Men.
Come on.
Yeah, there it is. So we've got two titles we want to talk about. Marauders number 16 by Jerry Duggan. And then we've got S.W.O.R.D. number 1 by Al fucking Ewing.
Physics homework.
Physics class. Oh, God. All right. S.W.O.R.D. is super dense, so let's talk about Marauders first.
Yes, Marauders. Fun. Okay, I'm just going to tell you right now, Marauders. I thought this revenge plot was going to go on for like 3 or 4 issues.
No,
they just fucking walk in and punch Sebastian. They're like,
they walked in and just fucked him up.
They fucking just fucked him up. And then they're like, oh, you think it's just us? Get in here, Storm. Sisters
Storm's like, I just wanted to watch.
Doing it for themselves.
They literally have a shot from, they have a shot from Kill Bill in one of the panels.
Yeah.
Like the looking up at Emma, Storm, and Kate looking down on Shaw from Shore's perspective. I was like, this is Kill Bill. Fuck yeah.
And the whole time, Kitty is just breaking all of his whiskeys. Because she knows this is what you find important.
Yeah, exactly. Hit him where it hurts. Like the throat, for example, which Kitty also does.
But we also need to just like, at some point, I find it hard to believe that she gets these tattoos and makes out with the girl. She's riding horses bareback like a fucking Summer's Eve commercial with Emma Frost. When they phase through the door, she walks through holding hands with Emma Frost. I mean, they're a couple.
Well, she has to.
I mean, but
she has to hold her hand so she can face her through.
But she could have held her shoulder.
Oh, for sure.
She didn't have to hold her hand. Like they're a fucking couple.
Hell yeah.
They're a couple.
They absolutely are. This felt very Diabolique to me. This felt very Big Little Lies to me.
Yes.
Here for it.
I think there's an extra panel where Storm, Kitty, and Emma just start fucking 69ing each other while Shaw's there. Like,
yes, because you know what this felt like? Do you know what this felt like?
What?
More than Diabolique and more than Big Little Lies, this felt like the Wachowski sisters' first movie, Bound.
Bound, yes.
Oh, Caesar, you don't know shit.
I got a tattoo. Want to see?
I know what
It's
that
real
means.
sensitive. Yeah, so Kitty and Emma just go straight up to Shaw's place. Ding dong, wham, whack. They beat him up. They drink his whiskey.
No, they shoot him because he's like, you can't.
They shoot him to take the power.
She takes his powers away, and she's like, yeah, now we can.
Now we can. And they basically tell him, we own you. We're not taking this public. We're gonna settle it here. Storm shows up with Lockheed. Lockheed eats Shaw's eye. Doesn't eat it. Takes it, spits it out into the fire.
Yeah.
And they're like, we could kill you now just so you get resurrected with 2 eyes. Or we can poison you, have you be catatonic, and Emma can Weekend at Bernie's you from now on. And that's what they do.
Yeah. And because his other choice is like, you do realize like we have enough on you to send you, because he's like, you put the shit that you did poisoned civilians, so you killed civilians.
Yep.
So what you did, you can go down with Sabretooth and you'll be there forever. So they have him they basically have him in checkmate. Like, so he literally has no choice. There's so many great moments, like when he tries to escape and then Glob is there and he's like, oh my gosh, are you okay, Mr. Shaw? And then Kitty she's like, hi, Glob. Bye, Glob.
Hey, Glob.
And just drags
you didn't see
him.
anything.
This is fucking just so good. You're right. This is very like Kill Bill. It's just full revenge fantasy.
Yeah.
Love it. Where's his son? I wonder where his son is in all of this.
It's probably Bone and Christian.
But what? Is
I don't
he
know.
gay? But
They're
he's
all
still. But I'm
poly.
wondering like how much, because he still thinks that Kitty and Emma killed him.
Yeah. That's coming. That's the thing about revenge. It never stops. They just keep trying to one-up each other.
Yeah, and fucking
He's going to be like,
no,
you
are
tried to
not-
kill me.
Yeah.
You did this to my father.
But Storm just being like, oh, we're not fucking around with this. She's like, yeah, we're fucking you up. We're fucking you up. Like, yeah. And the fact that Storm and Emma are usually always never on the same side of something.
Mm-hmm.
They're always like, like, Emma, I don't think we should do this. Storm, we shouldn't do this. AKA in Human Wars. Seeing them together on the same side, beating the shit out of a dude, like, I love it.
It's the best thing ever.
I love it.
My favorite moment is when Lockheed takes Shaw's eye, Kitty takes out an eye patch, puts it on Shaw, and Emma says, you carry an eye patch in your pocket? And Kitty says, well, I figured we need it at some point.
Yeah. She's like, I'm a fucking pirate.
Book. Oh, they even had Shaw's chair at the quiet council table removed to make room for his wheelchair.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that they just walk in, and this is the thing I just want to talk about. The fact that they're just like Magneto's like, we need to fucking talk about this. And they're like, well, I don't think we should. I don't think we should talk about this. I don't think we need to. So I'd love this vote, seeing everyone's reaction, and also leaving the blank spaces of Jean and Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Where, Magneto and Xavier are like, we want to know everything, so we want to know. Mr. Sinister just wants the gossip, so he wants to know. And then Exodus is like, oh, I'm just going to go along with everyone. But then Mystique is like, oh, Sebastian's a shithead and these girls fucked him up. No, you're good.
Everyone, that's what makes this scene so great. There is not a person at this table, including frickin' Dougie, that doesn't know that Storm, Emma, and Kitty just did this to Shaw.
Yeah, they all know.
They all know. And so Mystique is like, I'm down with this. I'll keep your secret.
Yeah, she's like, fuck it. No, fuck Shaw. And
the fact that Storm...
Yeah. And then
Storm's
the fact
so
that
sorry,
it's like Kurt. And then Kurt is like, I know it.
Kurt's like,
yeah.
Yes, I want... Like, what are you voting no for? Incredible.
It's so fucking good.
So good.
But as you said there, which I didn't realize, but that's Emma is puppeting him. He's literally just a puppet.
Yeah.
And then it says, and after that, the very last page, it says, "Thank you for your gift, Sebastian." Fuck.
Like, go ahead, Emma. Like, Emma's got a puppet Shaw while like keeping a straight face to everybody else and pretending like she's not doing that. So like I could see her like Shaw's talking and Emma just starts drinking water to be like, well, it can't possibly be me.
It's so fun. But that's the other thing is Kitty Pryde is now going to be doing the black market. Like Kitty Pryde, her character is rapidly evolving in a very fun way.
We love to see it.
I love it.
Because they're kind of answering the question, like, what if Kitty did accept Emma's offer to be her mentor back in the day? Yeah. You'd see stuff like this.
But here's the other interesting thing that I never realized is that Sebastian Shaw brought up, like, you should be thanking me because I proved that you're a mutant.
Yes.
And I never realized that there was a whole thing of, like, that she couldn't go through the gates, that people were questioning whether she was really a mutant after all.
Yeah.
I will say, because they were able to figure out for her to be resurrected, I figured they should be able to figure out a way for her to phase through the gates.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a whole story.
I want them to revisit it. It's time to revisit
it. Oh, they will. Yeah. They will. And I'm telling you now, it's Dougie. It's Dougie's fault.
What if Dougie is doing it because he's still in love with her?
Yes, absolutely. And he's going to confess because now he's in love with Bae.
He's with Bae the Blood Moon. He's like, all right,
and he doesn't care.
This the whole time. Sorry, babe.
Yeah. He's like, sorry. I was holding a grudge.
Oh, wait. We need to have a thing of like the loves of Dougie or Betsy Braddock. Because now that White Betsy is back, that's the one Doug fell in love with when she first joined the X-Men.
Yeah.
Oh, but she's missing, so I guess we need to wait for her to get back first.
Yeah.
All right, Marauders, amazing, great. I don't know what I'm going to do with this end of year thing when we say our best things of the year, because the things that are just happening are just so awesome. I can't remember what happened in January. I don't know anything that happened in January.
I'll remind you.
I'm just going to listen to your best and I'll be like, yeah, that one.
No.
Now let's talk about...
But that's going to be stuff in the past. Let's talk about what comes next, to quote Abigail Brand.
S.W.O.R.D.
Swords. S.W.O.R.D.
The Swords. This is...
S.W.O.R.D. number 1.
The idea of, hey, if we can take the 5, so use powers, and rather than individual using powers, figure out how to combine powers to make resurrection, what other amazing things can you do by combining powers? And here we have found it, which I think this is what the whole thing that makes this whole thing interesting to me is the teleporter, the new teleporter squad.
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically like this new teleporter squad. Am I correct in first I just thought they were like intergalactic teleporting. I don't think that's what they were doing.
Oh, no. They very much teleported into a black hole.
Yeah, they're teleporting into places no one can go.
Yeah.
And I find that fucking fascinating because the whole thing too is Abigail Brand is like, I'm a mutant, but I'm not bound to Krakoa. I am bound to protecting Earth from aliens.
Well, she's like, I don't see the world. Like, you think in terms of nations. Like, I don't see things that way. How could I? Like, I see things in terms of solar systems.
Yes. But at the same time, she's like, but guess who my best bet at defending the solar system is? It's fucking Krakoa. And Magneto's like, yeah, I know, but it's Krakoa. So yeah, okay, whatever. Whatever your little thing is, but you're still on Krakoa. Like, you're part of us.
So there's tons of data pages. Well, there's 2 on mutant circuitry and mutant technology, which is, they refer to mutant technology as when mutants combine their powers, like form a circuit. I love that they cite the first example of mutant circuitry was the fastball special.
I know. Isn't that great?
So great. So great. They all of this is based on the fastball special. This whole notion of combining powers. It's incredible. So here we've got and then the 5 is the most recent example. Here we have the 6.
Well, let's
and
go.
The 6
before we go in. Let's just go into who are the characters on this ship.
Yes, correct. So that's one of our first data pages.
Yes.
Is basically the org chart.
Yeah. So we have Brand is in charge of everything.
Yep.
And Magneto is kind of the council representative.
Yeah, and he's the audience character in this. So we meet S.W.O.R.D through the eyes of Magneto, which was great.
While he's moving the whole entire ship to be where they need it to be.
Which was right above Krakoa.
And we get some really good interactions with Magneto because there's some fucking acolytes on here.
There's tons of acolytes on this ship. Tons!
Which is great. And so let's start on the right side of this page. We have Psionic Analyst, which is blacked out.
Yeah. So this is the observation. So these are the 6 departments of S.W.O.R.D. And you've got observation and analysis is one of the departments. Peeper is the visual analyst, and he'll be one of the 6 that we'll talk about.
Peeper, when has the last time we've seen Peeper?
In my memory, the last time we saw Peeper was when he was hanging out with Outlaw in that horrible Peter Milligan run of X-Men with like Polaris and the other dupe, and Polaris lost her powers and Gambit turned into Death.
Yeah. So it's been a while. And so we don't know who the Psionic Analyst is. So that's
redacted.
But the other thing redacted is there's all these X's next to people, and under it says they're assigned to something X. What is that?
So those are the 6.
What do you mean?
The 6 that they keep referring to throughout this whole book. It is Peeper, Risque, Armor, Fabian Cortez, Manifold, and WizKid.
Right. So, but who do you think that they're assigned to, and why are they all like they're all in different departments? Like, what is this?
Yeah, I can tell. I'll tell you totally what it is.
Okay.
What the 6 is doing?
Tell me all of it, Brett. I'm stupid.
You just read Powers of 10 number 5, right?
Wait, what is it? What is it?
Powers of 10 number 5. The whole thing about dominions and strongholds and societies becoming so intelligent, they become so dense that they form a black hole, and all the black holes are connected, and inside each black hole is universal intelligence.
Oh, so they're the beginning.
That's what this is.
They're the beginning of like. So are they? But I thought they had. So are they all? Don't they all have to be psychic to do that?
No, they are traveling. So what the 6 are doing? The teleporters aren't the 6. Manifold is on the 6, and Manifold's got his backup teleportation crew. The 6 are explorers and miners. They're going into black holes, and they are mining basically the essence of creation, or this super condensed, super dense universal intelligence that are found in the center of black holes per Powers of 10 number 5.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. I got it.
Yeah.
The thing that...
So whatever they call that, like, it could be like whole X, black X. Like, they're assigned to this, and it'll come out what they're excavating, but they're excavating
something with power. I think it's a power
universal
source.
Intelligence. I think
universal intelligence?
intelligence.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, which is huge. Like that quote at the end of this book is like Dr. Doom saying, "I've touched this shit, but at least I wore gloves."
Yeah.
Think about, this is Hickman's universe. So Dr. Doom is referring to Secret Wars and the Beyonders and how he became basically like one with all of creation, or the essence of creation. They're doing the same thing.
And I think what this is directly related to? I think this is to stop the year 1000 timeline.
Oh, yeah.
This is to stop the phalanx.
Yeah. I mean, this is all here, and you know what? I'm calling it right now. You just reminded me. I was thinking this when I read it. They're going to create the phalanx. by accident. They're going to create them.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's going to turn out the whole time the reason the Phalanx exists is because of this team.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm telling you it's going to happen. I'm telling
would you say that's gonna
it's my new Captain Britain Corps.
But the Phalanx existed in previous things, and they didn't do this in Mara's other lives.
Oh, silly Jeff.
Just shat on your theory, didn't I?
This all happens outside of time as you and I know it.
Okay. But here's the interesting thing. The thing that I just found confusing is that there's people, the Six aren't in charge. Like there's some, like Cable is in charge of Risque. And Frenzy is in charge of Armor. So it's all very, but I think it's because Armor, you're too young. So we need your power. You're part of the Six. But Frenzy, you're going to keep her in check.
Right.
But there's an interesting thing where Frenzy sees Magneto and she's like, ugh. And they're like, oh, do you know him? And she's like, oh, I used to worship him, but not anymore. Like,
so let's talk about the acolytes on the ship. You've got Frenzy.
Yeah.
You've got Fabian Cortez.
Uh-huh. And we got...
That was hilarious,
Mist?
By the way.
Is that her name? Mist? Amelia Vaught?
Yeah, she has no code name.
Oh, she just has like a mist teleportation.
Yeah. They say like no name given or no code name for her. I believe that's it.
Is this Manifold? Is he new?
No, he was Secret Warriors.
He's in Secret Warriors?
Yeah, he was in Hickman's Secret Warriors. Yep.
And he's a mutant.
He's a mutant. He trained under Gateway.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So he was on Quake's team.
How long
under
ago
Hickman's
was that?
pen? Early 2000s, 2006.
Oh, okay. So he's still relatively new in the
yeah, relatively
But that's the thing.
new.
But he was never in any X-Men thing ever since.
No, yeah, not really. But he was on Hickman's Avengers. He was on Hickman's Secret Warriors, and then he was one of Hickman's Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then we have WizKid all the way back from Fallen Angels. Right? Is that what he was on? No.
Exterminators.
Exterminators.
We talked about that not too long ago, and we were like, do you think we'll ever see WizKid again? No.
Know, right? Well, here's my thing. It's like, I think if you're going to let people get resurrected because they lost their powers, maybe if they are paralyzed, I don't know, maybe resurrect them. I think he should be, they should let him walk.
Oh, well, he doesn't. He's cool with it. So WizKid is the technology department. Manifold is logistics. And then he's got his team of teleporters, who we love each one of them.
Telford Porter.
I can't believe Vanisher's name is Telford Porter.
That is so crazy.
Amelia Vaught, Gateway, Lila Cheney, and Blink.
The weird thing is this Blink looks like the Otherworld Blink and not this world's Blink.
I gotta trace what happened to like Blink, the one who we thought died, and she came back in Necrotia, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
but that doesn't matter. I know she was resurrected, but I'm curious of why she's resurrected and looks like Age of Apocalypse Blink.
Yeah. Because we like that look better.
I guess. Okay. But I'd be curious. Okay. Well, whatever. But kind of my favorite relationship right now is Fabian Cortez. Like he's going to be
great.
The breakout star that we're going to love in this. Because
and he's in charge of resources.
He was so awful in his X-Men.
He's so evil.
I mean, also, he was fucking up Magneto.
Yeah.
But here's the thing is Magneto was like, who are you?
Uh-huh. Shade.
Like, Magneto is pretending he doesn't even fucking know him.
What a side to Magneto.
For a second, I was just like, wait, did he lose his memory? Did he? And then I'm like,
oh, he's just being a bitch.
Fucking with him. He's just fucking with him. Like,
he's like, why
he's
him?
fooling Mariah Carey like, I don't know.
Yes, I don't know her.
And then as soon as he sees Peepers and he's like, Peepers, it's Tongo, I love you, hey. And I like cuts to Fabian Cortez like, what the fuck?
He's like, what's happening?
So there's just some juicy already, some interesting things going on here. There's a lot of interesting relationships. The thing that I find also very interesting is there's someone that's not here that I'm like, why are you not including this person?
Okay.
Which X-Men character should be in this if it's Agent Brand?
Beast.
Beast! Where the fuck is Beast?
Yeah, he's coming.
He needs to be in there because Beast is fucked up. And if anyone's gonna put him in check, it's fucking Agent Brand. And I want to
Beast
see
is
that.
he's like gonna be like, oh, what are you guys doing? And then he's gonna try to take over, and Brand's gonna be like, get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck off my ship.
Yeah, oh my god, yes. Oh, if something ends where she's like, you're no longer welcome on this ship. Yes. And he'll be like, but, and she'll be like, Magneto, and he's like, sorry, but you're not on the council, Beast.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder if in X-Force, Beast is going to make a play to go on the council.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such an asshole. He better not. They better not put Beast on the council. I'll be so mad.
We take it so personally.
I'll be like, this is like Donald Rumsfeld. I don't want this. One thing I thought was real fun when Brand is walking Magneto around and she's like, oh, we've got this alien war and we've got this non-Galactus thing eating planets and the galactic economy has crashed. Those lizard aliens that are the, she's like, we've got Snark War. Remember that?
What was Snark War?
Do you remember that panel though?
Yeah.
That's from Power Pack. Those are the bad guys from Power Pack's origin.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, what? Power Pack villains and stupid Null.
Yeah, this one is very dense.
Yeah.
And I am worried about how well this will do sales-wise because it's very dense and it's almost like a science expedition,
very sci-fi. Yeah,
like but it's not even sci-fi. It's almost, I feel it's like universe, like the planet, like it's like a Nova special or something.
Or it's like, it reminds me of that show The Expanse. Did you ever see The Expanse on Amazon Prime?
I did not.
It's very like, it's a space show, but it's all about like the industry and the
logistics of it all.
Which
I find fascinating, and I will read this till the cows come home. But I'm wondering if people will be like, "Where's what's in space? Why aren't they fighting aliens?
Hey, why isn't it just space?" I like when they go through the mutant technology stuff that they give you the understudies for each member of the six.
Yes,
I like that. But I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So we've got WizKid's understudy is Forge.
Yeah, makes sense.
Fabian Cortez's is redacted.
Do we know anyone that even has his powers?
Like
Surge?
energy, like
Surge?
Oh, maybe Surge. No, but it's somebody who doesn't have a mutant name because it says no name given.
Oh, I know who can. I know who can do it.
Who?
Scrambler.
Okay, but it's somebody who doesn't have a mutant name.
No, I'm just saying he could do it. I'm not saying
he could.
One.
But he scrambles. He doesn't augment, right?
But he basically blows up people's powers. So I guess maybe they would have to fine tune it.
Oh my God, you know who really could too?
Who?
Chance from Fallen Angels. Right? Oh. No, because that's not energy. Maybe I'm stupid. Anyway, Armor's understudy is Skids. Love to see it.
Skids! Manifold. But that's the thing. So what makes his teleportation different?
I think he's more of a long-range teleporter like a Lila Cheney.
Okay.
I think... I don't know what makes him different.
But why do they say the backup is none yet? But then it's like, couldn't one of those other teleporters take his place?
But I think but then who would take their place? But don't they also say that Nightcrawler or Magic somewhere? The five these five, so Blink, Lila Cheney, Gateway, Vanisher, and Amelia, It says these 5 have been selected for ability and availability.
Yeah.
Other teleporters will act as backup should the need arise. Nightcrawler or Magic.
Why, though, is it's like Manifold uniquely able to both navigate the blank and assist in forming the blank once there?
Yeah, that's the black hole and the
hole.
universal intelligence, whatever they're calling it. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be whatever one of the words from Powers of 10. So I bet that first redacted is, I think it's to both navigate the Dominion.
And then, do we know who is Doc, the backup for Peeper?
That's what I was going to ask you.
Who is
that? Was my question. I have no idea.
And then Risque. Who is Risque?
She was the X-Force run where they go on the road trip, like where they had the purple outfits.
Yeah.
Siren and Warpath and
Magic. Mirage.
She was who Warpath was fucking around with. Like, she was like Warpath's girlfriend, and like the rest of the team hated her, and she got him in trouble. And then I remember she died off camera in Morrison's run.
Oh, but what does it mean? What does her powers do?
It's to implode things.
Oh, she implodes things. So then Zorn is the backup.
Yeah, so she is the one who is taking this like intelligence and condensing it down to like that black diamond form that Brand holds at the end of the issue.
This is so brilliant.
It's, well, you know who writes it, right?
Who?
Al Ewing, who writes We Only Find Them When They're Dead.
Oh, of course. Of course. But that's the thing is, like, can you imagine just sitting around a writer's room figuring this out? Like, here, take powers and figure out these fun, cool things.
So fun. Can I be the Marvel mutant circuitry thinker of her? Like, you put...
No, I was just saying, maybe for a future episode.
A game. Yeah.
We should make a game out of what... Can we figure out a new, like, what's your, like, I have the 7, the hexagon. And when you put their powers together, they can do this. You know what I mean? We need to figure out our own, she should come up with our own versions of that. And then sell it to Marvel to the highest bidder.
Absolutely. Something I'm just realizing, when they are in their big splash page with, like, the big... phrases, the white hot room of secret fire, which, by the way, antenna went up there.
Yeah.
When you zoom in on Peeper's eye, in the panel it says all. It looks like one of those shapes from the data pages from Powers of 10 number 5 that I am referencing.
But Peeper's looking at?
Yeah. His eye, when they zoom in on his eye, it's the same shape as the Dominions and stuff from Powers of 10.
Oh, yeah.
Those circular shapes.
Brilliant. Brilliant, I tell you.
It's so good. I mean, like, how early have they been setting all of this stuff up?
Fuck.
My God.
I also just love the idea that they never thought... I just, and this is just a big picture thing of like, in the end, it's like you never thought these bad guys and good guys could end up working together, but it's like, oh, in the end, when you, like, they were able to align their wants enough that it all just fucking works. It's not unbelievable that Fabian Cortez would be there. Because it's just like, because in the end, it's just kind of like they have no reason to take over. Like, oh, I'm going to take this over. You know what I mean? The only person that wants to blow the whole thing up is Mystique.
Yeah.
Because of pussy.
Because of pussy. Good pussy.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, Destiny must. Because you know the other senses are heightened.
That's
when you're blind, she could eat a box. She'd give you a fucking nosebleed. Anyway.
I'm just noticed that the name of this issue is called Mysterium. That's the title of the issue.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess that that's the name of the stuff that they excavated.
Interesting.
Like the redacted word. I think the redacted word is like go into the Dominion to get the Mysterium. That's what I'm going to guess. Yeah.
Wow, that's complicated. My brain hurts.
This is going to be a heady one for sure.
S.W.O.R.D. When's the fucking Moira book going to come out?
Give me the Moira book.
Can I just see Moira once?
I think this would be the most likely place.
Yeah.
Because Moira's like, wait, you're doing what?
Yeah.
Like, Moira.
Or is she behind it? Is she the one doing it?
Maybe.
She's the one being like, oh, the Phalanx want to have an intelligence? Well, we're just going to get an intelligence better than them.
Yeah. Shit. Big stuff. Big loads. Big dumps.
Speaking of loads, I got to go.
Oh.
I've got a date to the orgy. No, I'm kidding. I'm socially a socially distanced orgy.
Yes. What would that look like?
We just like meet in a park and everyone stands by a tree and jerks off. I don't know. Sounds awful.
Well, I hope you have the most fun.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing anything. I still get messages from people being like, hey,
come on over.
And I'm just like, what planet are you on? Why are you living on a planet where... And it's like, oh, are you still doing that? And you're like, yeah, do you not realize you're
it's
the
worse
reason
than ever.
why it's like worse than ever?
Right.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I just need to figure, I'm going to steal a vaccine. I'm going to see that truck. If I see a fucking Pfizer truck.
I'm just going to jump on. I'm just going to get a vaccine. I'm going to drink it. I'm just going to start drinking it. And be like, no, don't drink that. And be like, I'm drinking it.
Well,
so
we
good.
A lot today.
So Evil Honey, is next week our best of 2020?
How many more weeks do we have left in the year?
3?
Fuck, I guess maybe.
2? I think we have 2. Yeah, 2.
The best of... We could also call it... It's technically the best of the 20s. Let's call it the best of the 20s.
Yeah, we could. And let's call it the least worst of the 20s.
The least worst. Yeah.
All right, so next week. Do you want to do that next week?
I think that would be good.
Okay. And I'll remind you of the stuff we liked because I've got all my buys from January on.
I know. I need to. I know.
Sort by
I'm just
date.
going to need to. I'm just going to go through Fresh Comics and just take a look week by week of like what I read. And then just kind of like just try to remember everything. All right.
Oof. It'll be easy.
Like, did Paper Girls end this year or last year? Like, I don't remember anything.
Oh my God. Simple research.
Okay. All right.
We can do it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for listening. It's always been a pleasure.
Thank you.
And please reach out to us. You can reach me at Evil Jeff on Instagram. You can reach us through Comic Book Queers on Instagram. You can reach Brett. Where can they reach you?
I'm at the Brett Manist on Twitter, and I'm just Brett Manis on Insta.
Yeah, just send. You have questions? Message us. If you hate us, message us. We want to talk about it. And there's another.
In fact,
yeah.
What were your best ofs of 2020?
Yeah, let us
because
know.
we need help remembering what happened.
Or if you're an avid listener and you remember what we liked, tell us. Because I don't remember anything.
Especially TV and movies. Like, I have no fucking idea.
Yeah. Because wasn't last year we did Watchmen as the best?
Yeah. And then it won everything.
But then just Watchmen doesn't seem like it's... at some moments I feel like Watchmen doesn't seem like a year ago. And then at the other moment I'm like, it seems like it was 5 years ago. Like the world, time is just fucked up right now for me. I can't tell if something happened 3 weeks ago or like when I was 10. I don't know anymore. It's done. It's done. I'm done. But I still will be reading comics. And that makes me... What does that make me if you read comics, Brett?
Queer. Bye.
Goodbye.